2.14, holding the bureaucracy accountable. So Congress can legislate federal agencies into existence when it's necessary, and the legislative branch will then also define the role and set the budget for these federal departments. Bureaucratic agencies have to answer to both executive and legislative branches, which should make it function efficiently, but the oversight, especially when there is a divided government, that can cause inefficiency. So accountability for the bureaucracy isn't always clear. The executive branch bodies still have political constraints despite this discretion, and the cabinet secretaries serve both the people and the presidents and the legislative branch. So congressional oversights, they have a check and balance on agencies, and they compete with the president for influence over them. House and Senate committees, there's like a parallel in the list of them to the notable agencies. So for each notable agency, there is a House or like Senate committee, and Now, power of the purse, Congress can determine the financial state of an agency because Congress has the power of the purse. They have the power to fund them. So an agency cannot spend public funding until the sub and regular committees, they pass the authorization of spending measures. And this authorization of spending it states the max amount of money the agency can spend on a program. It's either like one time or like a recurring money thing. And like agency cannot receive funds until the appropriations committee approves them. And the appropriations are funds set aside for a certain purpose. The president and the bureaucracy. So departments and agencies compete for funding in the president's ear, and through the regulatory review process administered by the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs, OIRA, all regulations that affect the economy, public health, etc. undergo very close review. And regulations conflicting with the president's agenda may be questioned, revised, and eliminated because they're like, I don't really like that, so we're gonna keep a close eye on it or suspend it. The president has their agenda. For example, Trump deregulated the internet. There was a bunch of internet regulations, so he deregulated that for net neutrality, which lifted Obama's previous regulation. So that's how policy agenda will interfere with all this stuff. Now, policy goals and streamlining the bureaucracy can be an impediment or a vehicle for the president's goal, like we were just talking about. So when working against the president wants to restructure stuff. And the president will use both formal and informal powers to try to make the bureaucracy work for them. Now, policy challenges. So we were talking about compliance monitoring. That is in the last video, and that really just helps to kind of enforce government agencies and allows the government agencies to enforce these rules. Very short video, actually. Thank you. I hope this helped. Tell a friend, share a video, find me on YouTube.